morning, good evening. It's nearly 2300 in Frankfurt, Germany, and I told you already my week schedule is pretty full, therefore I can't race all the Chasing 2 events tonight at 2 o'clock. There could be another one, but that's really late. So instead, I'm testing the new Zwift Lab scoring, so Zwift scoring. Would like to know how it works. If the field is similarly well structured like in the Chasing Tour, just there it works really well. And here, let's see if the group also is a bit closer together so that it's more fun for everybody. I just had a sneak peek at the Zwift Racing app to see how well the others perform. I mean, in all the field overall, it's about half above me, half below me from scoring, so I would be in the middle. But the scores go up pretty high, so it could be that it's not going to be easy to keep the front, especially we're talking about 4 tiny races, because that's the second thing here. I don't know if you're familiar with this, so it's going to be 15 minutes each time to race. I haven't even looked at the distance. Let's check maybe in the companion app if I can see it here. Tiny race, it's 4.7k, so it's really nothing. For me, who has the sweet spot more in 20 minutes and up the hill, you would say this is totally ridiculous. But as I said before, it's fun. So it's about trying something new, seeing how well you can perform against similar competition. And I think this is the most important thing here: is it competitive in a way that not everybody just rides away and it's pretty boring because you just are dropped pretty fast, or is it possible that the group stays together a bit, or at least that the first group is not so large, that we're able to stick together a bit longer and don't have maniacs, a maniac group where you would rather say in all Zwift categories they're all A's, but still sandbag a little bit to stay in B, because A is even more competitive and even more hard than for those riders to perform well. To be honest, I also like more to be closer to the front than to the back, but it's damn hard if you have lots of high potential people not moving on to the next category. So for me, it's just trying as hard as you can, and I'm not so well organized anyway that I could sandbag anyway to know what I would have to do and where to stay under which watts per kilo and so on. So for me, it's just, hey guys, just go all out if you like, and see what's going to happen. I'm still fighting those creaky sounds. Sorry for that, but it's a pain in the ass to watch the streams sometimes because it's all the time. Or now from the fans, it's also probably pretty hard because you have with the mics, you have the problem that the wind sounds are pretty strong. So I'm going to experiment with a new mic soon. Already got it, tried it once and it didn't work out, but maybe now I'm a bit more experienced setting up sound systems that it will work. So no fueling done. Didn't eat very well today, but let's go. Okay, that was the first race. We saw 19th, so probably pretty much true to my state of health from all the stuff going on this week, my less sleep, and my usual capacity for short-term flat course sprinting things. Not really mine, but well, at least it felt like I was up there with the group, quite sweaty, exhausted, but that was also before the race. I hope I can make it through all the races. At least they're not so long, so it's another 10-minute effort. In that sense, should be okay. I only did, I think, tiny races once before, and there, I think it was quite good in terms of shape, and that got better over time. So the other riders tired more. To be honest, I'm not so sure if that's the case today, but nonetheless, I like this kind of format, even though it's not suited to my rider type. As I said before, just try it out. It's just a few minutes. Test your legs, and also strategy. You know when to pull the power up. I, for example, didn't know is there going to be just the van as power up. Then of course you could use it on the first sprint because you get another one on the second, and then it might be a bit easier on the legs if you could just relax them a bit. Now, if you watch my avatar in game, I feel like I'm pushed to the side quite a lot. So I'm always right side out, and then I don't get the draft. I'm not so sure how to avoid that. I read before that if you speed up in turning corners, just a few pedal strokes, that should help. Didn't try that this time, because it also already happens if I'm just riding. I get pushed to the side, even though I'm quite far to the front, because I don't want to have the danger of being dropped by a surge of acceleration of the front guys. Yeah, let's see. I don't know. Now 3 more minutes. Bell lap. Let's see if I can find it fast. Where's my glasses? So I'm checking Zwift bikes to see if they're, I mean, it's dead flat if you look at the elevation profiles, nearly not visible. What is it called? No, it's not in here. Okay, why don't I find it? No. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Uh, which place is this? Is that again Neokyo? So I can't find it. At least I don't find it in the drop down here. Okay. It seems quite flat if it's the right thing. Just a bit like what we raced before. But weirdly enough, you know, you can sometimes climb 500 meters and it seems to work. And then in this kind of race, you climb 2 meters and it feels really bad in the legs. So I don't know if you can relate, but sometimes the slightest incline already gets to you. Usually this is for me in running even more. If you say you have a dead flat course and you just go ever so slightly higher, I don't know, the body feels it. Maybe it's also a mental thing. Whew. Oh, okay. I'm talking and talking. It's just 17 seconds. You see, my avatar is already again pushed out to the side. Wow. Oh, that was a bit hard. Okay, improved from 19th to 15th. Way. Okay, so again, um, stayed with the group, uh, which is probably okay for the first few K because it's just a few K. So if you just put it all in, you might be able to stay with the group. Nonetheless, it feels okay not to get dropped on the first K or on the first little bumps. Yeah, still difficult to catch anybody. I just got one this time in the sprint. I think will beat me on the last time visible on screen. Of course, I jumped a few places, but visibly I was able to carry the sprint just a few seconds longer than others. But my sprinting wattage is just so low. If I see other Zwift streams, people go easily up to 800, 900 watts. And if I squeeze 500, it's already a success. Of course, I'm a low weighter, so the 500 for me is probably now more a 700 for a super sprinter. But still, it's my pedal power is just not enough to go out front. And for these tiny rides, also I don't dare to break away and say, okay, put a sprint in at the start, or let's say on the second lap, in order to get a gap, and then hope that everybody is just too tired to say, come, this one guy, we let him loose. Because that usually is how I feel when I see one heading off and we are not really aggressively to go after him, or if I don't want to, which I often do, but in those races I don't, or today I don't at least. I think that they have a fair chance to reach the goal thing first. So, but I feel okay now after this funny, exhausting week on the road and exams for my kids and celebrations of finishing school, that I finally, even if it's late and the game Turkey and Netherlands is just playing, but I still just finally got on my bike and persuaded myself to give it a go. I don't know how you do that. It would be interesting to understand how you motivate yourself in case if you lack motivation. If it's just getting your ass up and sitting on the bike, and then that's for me. Once I start to go, then it gets easier. But to get up, get into the basement, fire up the PC, get out the gear, ooh, that takes some mental persuasion. Okay, 10 seconds, and here we go again. Oh, Leute, this was really hard. Did I say that last time as well? Oh, I nearly got dropped. Then I braked away because I saw somebody else braking away. Thought if I closed the gap, but I went too late. I should have gone right with him, and then we should have taken turns in trying to keep the front. I don't even know if he made it because I was so concentrating afterwards of not getting dropped from the first pack. And so that I didn't really know if we brought him back to the pack. I'm not feeling so good. Okay, so at least it's just one more effort. This time it's the volcano circuit. Appears again flat, but after 3 of those kind of efforts, every little bump feels really bad. And if you if you time it right, you have a slight downhill in front, then it feels okay because you can just smoothly ride over the bump. But if you don't start early enough, or you just have a gap of 1 or 2 meters, then it can quickly grow if you think the rest of the field will take it easy. And then suddenly there's the surge, they're moving away, and due to the delay until you really catch back on, it's really hard. And I don't know how your experience is, but if you sit in a pack and get great draft, and you're riding with less watts per kilo than the others, or at least the front riders, to relax yourself. What I also find is, if you then have to put out more power because up the front there's a gap opening, then it's really, really hard to go past the riders in front of you, because with their draft, apparently they just seem to block your way moving up, and then you really have to put out a lot of power to catch back to the front. I'm not quite sure. I guess I'm not such an intelligent rider not to have to do that so often. So then I sometimes don't see the point of holding back and then trying to keep the front by searching like mad, like a little mini sprint, and it's nothing happening. You put up your watts by 100 watts, by 200 watts, and you don't see yourself moving through the field. And there I still need to find a better way of doing that. I'm not using the Zwift Play control at the moment because that gave me issues. Like I'm doing now, the avatar moving to the right, I had that permanently. I guess because I was sweating so much and you know, electrolytes and stuff on the controllers, in the controllers, that something got stuck. So I probably have to give them a good clean, and then probably they will work okay again. Um, Starting to recover a little bit. So let's see what's going to happen in the last race. Don't know how long this one is. It's the last one, so it could be longer because there's not another race waiting after this one. I don't even know how the scoring works here. If it's all 4 races in Zwift Power, and if you have to look somewhere else to get the results of the 4 races in combination. Well, I'm still now just making midfield with my 12th place, but at least my prediction from last tiny race held up, that at least for those races I improved from the previous one. I don't know if I can do it again because I feel really tired. But hopefully the others do as well. Okay, 20 seconds. Oh God. Helicopter view. 8. Ah! Ah. Ooh, okay, 12th again. I couldn't improve on the last one. I have to re-watch this if the Poland guy still got me. I really tried hard to keep him away, and I really tried, but I'm not sure if he caught me on the line, otherwise it would have been 11th. But nonetheless, I think in the last race, everybody's mobilizing their last reserves, and as it's better for sprinters, I'm pleased. I wouldn't know where I should have been in terms of ranking, but after the first race coming 19th, and also trying hard, I'm okay with it. 12th and the improvement over the 4 races. So I have to look at the profile to see how fast the sprint was, especially the last sprint was feeling wise the hardest and also the best in terms of how much power I put on the pedal. Could have well be worse than the others because on tired legs, you might not be able to pull so hard. But wow, okay, I will have a look. Let's see. If you look at all finishes, yeah, this guy, 300ths of a second he beat me. That's a pity. That's a real pity. I mean, I told you it's fun, but it's also fun to just be a place higher. Wow. So I will now go to the Zwift Racing app and have a look. What people actually were in the mix. When I looked last, there were about 13 people registered and I was in the middle. Now here I'm not quite in the middle. So let's see. So, but if you look in terms of wattage, I probably have the lowest of all riders. Oh, here's one lower, and there's one lower. Ah, this one too. But let's see, it's only, but this is not anybody below 3. It's not really competing here. But you can see that in this range, nobody really was higher than midfield. So I would guess these people here might be older, but they can't sprint so well because in terms of power, they were able to put out equal watts per kilo. Okay, so hope you just put a like up. I need 5 likes for a video, so please just like it. I don't know if you get to the end and hear me waffling, but subscribe and like, and maybe you can see some ideas how I can improve, or you can improve yourself by watching this video. So thanks very much, and bye bye.